So this is my second attempt with Night March. As you saw, my first attempt was a disaster. That laser bank donk on my lone Joltik. But I've played a few more games with it, and like I said in that first video, right now I really don't think this is a tier 1 deck, but it's competitive and it's a lot of fun. So you see my opening hand. I've got the choice between the Pumpkaboo and the Joltik. I'm going to keep the Pumpkaboo in my hand. I'm sorry, the Joltik in my hand for right now, because I would prefer for that to be in the discard pile. Now, the whole point of this deck is it's called Night March, and that's because of the attack Night March, where essentially you got 4 Pumpkaboo, 4 Lampent, 4 Joltik, all with the attack. And the attack says it does 20 times the number of Pokemon in the discard pile with that attack. So you stick 1 on your bench, and your goal is to get the other 11 in the discard pile. So you can, you're hitting for 11 times 2, so 220 damage, essentially knocking out just about anything in the current format. Now we see that we combine this with Battle Compressor, which is an item that takes 3 cards from your deck, you get to choose of course, and puts them in your discard pile. So that's how we're going to get those Lampents and Joltiks and Pumpkaboos in the discard pile really fast, is with 4 Battle Compressors and 4 Ultra Balls. As you can see, a Lampent and a Pumpkaboo is stuck in my hand right now, but that's okay. I don't need to attack this turn, but I do Ultra Ball for the Mew, because if he knocks out this Pumpkaboo, which he most likely will on the next turn, I don't want to have to promote the Joltik. Although, yeah, nope, he does have a 1 retreat cost. So I definitely don't want to promote the Joltik and have to, I'm trying to remember if does this deck run switch? Or I'm trying to remember how many it runs. But I don't want that Joltik to have to come out. I'd rather just be able to copy its attack with Mew, and have Mew be my main attacker, and since he's knocking out the Pumpkaboo, I'm using EX, that'll knock off the prize count too, to make it a little more difficult for him. So we see Genesect, EX hit me for 100, and then snipe that Joltik on the bench. It's another reason why this deck is not not currently tier 1, is because Joltik is just too fragile. 30 HP is just, it's awful. It succumbs to so many things. Now go ahead and play my Jirachi, and I think we're going to be grabbing an N here. So I had to check my opponent's discard pile real quick just to see what he played last turn, making sure that he wasn't just playing nothing. I mean, he does have 6 cards in hand. Yeah, if he had been playing nothing, you know, I might have wanted to choose a Juniper or something like that. I bike for 2 cards that I'm just going to toss out with Computer Search to get that energy. Just to guarantee that I have it, and then I will end. Okay, so I do run Escape Rope. Like I said, don't remember if I ran Switch. And yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to Ultra Ball the Pumpkaboo. I mean, that Joltik's gonna get knocked out anyways, so I think I just want to bench that Pumpkaboo. Or Ultra Ball the Pumpkaboo away and for like another Pumpkaboo to bench. I don't really feel the need for the Escape Rope right now. Yep, we'll go ahead and put out that Pumpkaboo, and because why not, we'll go ahead and bike. I'm glad I did, because that's yeah, hopefully my draw for my next turn is going to be something good. And we're going to go ahead and Night March for 140. So as you can see, this is this turn my turn 2 or turn 3, and I mean, it's like I said, it's a fun deck. There's just quite a few flaws with it, such as that Mew EX is very, very weak and fragile, and yeah. So this is where Dimension Valley is so awesome. Being able to attach a DCE to Pumpkaboo, not having to worry about anything else. And then hitting that Juniper was just, that was clutch. And I think I just need to Ultra Ball. Yeah, I don't want him sniping anything else. That poor Joltik, he did so much work. I mean, I'm going to take the knockout anyway, so might as well. I want to be sure that I do have something with Night March to be able to copy. Now, he's stuck with a lone Virizion. Now, he only has 2 prizes, but he's not really in the best position. Now, if he takes a muscle band right now, he will be knocking out that Pumpkaboo and taking him down to 1 prize. We see him toss out some stuff with Ultra Ball. And looks like he's going to grab a Jirachi. Oh, he just hits me for the 50, so that Pumpkaboo lives. He's going to power up that little Cubchoo. And I'm not sure if I have any more Pokemon with Night March in the deck, but I think we're about to find out right now with Battle Compressor. Now, unfortunately, you have to discard stuff. So I skimmed through, and there's no Night March Pokemon left. I try to just, click out, say, well, I'm done, won't let you. So now I have to pick 3 cards that I don't want to use for the rest of the game. This deck, at least this version of the deck, just has no recovery whatsoever. No Lysander's Trump card, no Sacred Ash, because you want to keep all that stuff in your discard pile. So, yeah, and it doesn't even run Dowsing Machine, so it can't even pull anything back, so, toss the other Battle Compressor, so I'm not tempted to do this again. I think an Ultra Ball, since there's only 1 Mew left, and, I still have another Ultra Ball in my hand, and then tossed out the, I think just a spare Juniper, since there were several left. Now I go ahead and I bench that Joltik, since I'm sure this Pumpkaboo's about to go down. And then we're going to Ultra Ball... yeah, we'll just Ultra Ball for the Mew, attach... I'm sorry, I've already attached for the turn. And then go ahead and end, just to have a few more cards in my hand. Play the town map, so... not too much in there. If I do somehow you lose, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't hurt to take to do 20 more. And we'll take a DCE too. I definitely, yeah, so 2 weeks later, so that turn, there was a lot of stuff going on, but there really wasn't any inactivity there. So unfortunately you're gonna get some bad opponents like that, where they're just gonna be a little salty. Just some bad sports, and won't even let me finish the game. So, I had 2 prize cards left, and this person just realized that they weren't drawing in anything, and poor sport, just conceded it. But at least that's a much better game than the first game, where, with Joltik Laserbank, donk. And hopefully, I'll get a few more good ones, and like I said, I've already got some Gengar decks coming out, or that have already been out, I think, at this point. Trying to get a few others. I'm not really sure. I know I want to try out like a Manectric of something, but don't really have a list at the moment. But yeah, definitely lots of battles planned for the future, so stay tuned.